Alright guys, this is a little video of my DIY grow on drum. Obviously for my little 350 gallon tank here. So just had this delivered this morning, some little fry from New Forest Coed, 68 weeks old with half an inch long. And there's over 400 in there, I think. Right. Anyway, back to the drum. This is the drum I made for them. Just take the lid off here now. Stick up down there. I'll start from the outside. This is obviously the waste pipe coming out. Down here. Down there, that's going to waste. This is the outlet for the clean water coming out. Along here. I've got it going to a Sequence 10,000 pump. And that goes up here, along there, along the top, and into my DIY shower, and then return onto that. Okay, so that's the outside gumming going. Inside, let's let me get up here. And you might be able to just see, I've got a bit of white polystyrene here, that's just to shield I've got a small, very small, it's a 15 watt UV light in there, so that's just to keep the glare out. Just floating along there. Right, so this is obviously the inlet, 3 jets. That comes in from here. Got a 4-inch bottom drain coming up, rubber boot, down to 2-inch plastic pipe. This is 22mm pipe coming out here, reduced down to 15mm. Water solenoid, isolating valve. There's all the electrics coming along here. I've got a windscreen wiper motor here. Goes through. Made all that cog up there. That just to drive the belt down. This is just a tensioning bracket, just to keep it nice and taut. This is an old, how would you call this? Just a little plastic drum basically, this bit. I just cut out the middle bits, left little slots going that way every now and again, just to obviously give it the strength. 70 micron mesh over there, and just quite simply just made up these little, cut these out of a little plastic, angled plastic, and just stainless steel self toppers in there. So back to that inlet there, rubber boot was 4-inch down to 2-inch. So basically you've got a tank connector on here, tank connector here, 2-inch. So the pipe comes straight through the middle of this drum. When it comes through here, there's another tank connector attached to this side of this drum and this side of the drum. And I bored out the centre of that so that when you push a 2-inch pipe through it, it turns nice and freely inside. So those are my bearings. It's just a plastic insert right through the middle of the tank connector, both ends, and spins. Now I put a little bit of food grade Vaseline on it, just a tiny little smither on it, rub that round there, and it turns lovely and free. So this is the old lid. Made a circular bit of plastic, there's a bit of a lip on there and a lip on there, and these little notches were on it, which gives the belt a bit more pull on it, like. So that's basically it. When the 2-inch pipe comes in here, round about here, there's a T, 2-inch T. Down, one bit going down, that's the water inlet, which goes straight inside the drum. The other bit of the T, it's got it blanked off. Right? So the water just comes in here, hits the blank, and just goes down, and that's it. Another piece of 2-inch pipe goes into the 2-inch T, the other end, and hits the other end of the blanking plug, if you know what I mean. And that comes along, and under here I've got a piece of guttering, how would you call it? Downpipe guttering. It's a mini, it's for sheds and things, mini downpipe guttering, small version. I tried it with a bigger one, but it was too big to be honest. This is a very small tank, very small. So the mini one just fits in there nicely, and obviously that's like U-shaped like that underneath here. So when you spray down, that obviously catches all the muck, goes into the, it can't go in that way because it's blanked off, so it comes along here, through here, out there, down to waste. That's it. So if you understand me saying, like tank connector here, tank connector here, 4 tank connectors, one here and one there, and the one's attached to this side and that side. It spins on that. That's my bearings. There's no metal in bearings or anything like that. It just spins plastic to plastic, and it spins lovely. Right, I've got here now. Oh, it's a bit rough for my old knees. I'm getting up on that table. Right, here's the electric side of it now. 240 volt coming in. Reduce it down to 12 volt. Right, up to one of these little. From China this was, only about a $5 or something like that, timer. A lot of people use these for incubating egg timers and all that thing. You can set to how long you want. I've got it set for about, I think it's about 15 seconds to turn the thing. You can set to whatever you want. It looks complicated, but it's not. This is all 12 volt wiring. From down here to the water solenoid, wiper motor and all that. It's all 12 volts, so it's perfectly safe to be in the water. This is all just 12 volt coming in down here. Yeah? Right, that's that bit done. Here I've made a little green button which I can push, and that overrides it, so if you push that, that'll start the motor. Right, I'll do it now. Push that. Now you can see the motor going. We're not getting too wet. See it? Turning around there nicely. In my mind going, hey, that's a lid. You don't know if you can just see it says, I wrote on it lid, because I can take them off dead easy if I've ever got to get inside for maintenance, and that mesh just comes off dead easy, just lifts off. Right? And it's quite a big opening actually, it goes right round the other side. I should have shown you that. But it's very, very simple. Basically that's all there is. I'll put that lid back on there now. Yeah, so it comes out there. It's next to, this is my main big shower for the main pond. The main pond is out there. I don't know if you can see the fish out there, like. There you go. I mean, we're in the garage here now. It's nice and dry. It's just sort of, it's been painted down with rain out there, like it normally does in this country. There you go. That's all the big boys out there. So we've got a 4-inch coming down at the bottom of this here, out through the wall, out to there. 45, 45, all along the fence. I used to have it coming straight out here, straight to this post here, and then straight in the water. And then to get there for maintenance, I had to crawling underneath this. I'm 70 years of age and I'm getting too old to be crawling underneath all that. So I did all this here, stretched the pipe, runs perfectly, slight decline there. Just so a couple of chasing each other there. Trying to spawn or something, you know. And then right along there, along the back, coming out, 4-inch return. And that return can swivel, so in the winter time I can bend it down, it's underwater, so it's not getting all that cold. I've got a good old roof on there, up the top there. This pipe here is for the gutter. No other way I could have done that on the day, but just about to see the roof there. Anyway, I'll just show you. This wires here, I've just got to sort all this out, it's not connected to anything. Skimmer coming in, one bottom drain in the pond, it's only 3,000 gallons. Here we've got my Draco drum coming in here, 4-inch outlet, homemade bio, bubbling away nicely there. It's just made of plywood, fiberglass on the inside and clad with all this plastic just to make it look a bit tidy. Another sequence pump down there. That goes back to the pond, underwater returns. This 2-inch pipe comes here, feeds up here. I've got another T here, and I did that because in the winter time I don't use this pump. So I shut this one right down and just open it a little bit, just to keep the water flowing through it a little bit in the winter, so you don't get muck in it. But I use this pipe here, which goes along here, down to here, onto these valves, and then I can shut this valve off to this pump. That's not used. open that valve, and that will feed it from the bio to this pump instead of that one on the floor. So this pump, I can turn it down in the winter and it's fed from the bio and the tiny little bit from there just to keep the water moving. That's about it, gents. Look at these have a look at these little babies in here. I'll have to get the temp up there a bit now shortly. What's it at? Just under 21 degrees in there now. I'll have to whack that up a wee bit more there. I think there's one died, I think, this morning in the box. I'll probably lose a few more. They don't all survive now. I'll put a little bit of salt in there just to calm them down a bit. You just see some down there. This here is just an overflow pump. Like an overflow pump pipe. I can just swivel that round like that. Then I can adjust it up and down. You know, it's just a push fit thing, like. So I can move it up and down for whenever I want to do a trickle in and out and all that sort of thing. I made this standpipe up here. And this is brilliant stuff here for little flies. It's called, I found it on eBay. I won't pull it up because I've got, at the bottom of this I've got slats probably about that long. Going down, up and down like that. And that's enough. That feeds all the 10,000 pump, that's fine. But slide this here down, it's very, very fine. It's quite stiff netting, and I made a circle and got some fishing line and wove it in and out and tied it up with fishing wire. And of course it's flush down the bottom so no little fish can get through the slots. Works fine, brilliant. I can pull that up, slide it up and down if I want. I've got two of them, so when it gets too mucky, I pull one up, clean one down, and can clean the other one, no problem. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think it's working alright, this little drum. I made another one that was out of a washing machine drum. It worked fine. It's too big actually. It's filled all this here. It's just too big for this little tank. Be alright in the main pond. It's just too big and there's clumbers and all that sort of thing and it's fed up with it. So I decided I've binned all that, threw it out. So I just made this one. Anyway, see how it goes. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care now.